Okay. Okay. Whoopsies. 1 second. These doors blow closed. I need to find a door stop. Sorry, Mika. Oh, okay. Breakfast. Yeah, I mean, I ate it quickly. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Let me get settled. 1 second. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's go. Where's my... Oh, hi, Kuma. Hello. Where is my scene? Here it is. Hello, guys. Oh, of course. Kuma. You're asshole. Seriously. Right in the camera. Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome to stream. Welcome to my new space. Banished to the basement. No longer in the pink room. Okay. Oh, sorry. He's knocking shit off. 1 sec. Let me... Quite cosmic. Thank you. They need their chew retreats. Let me grab them. Hi. I know. Is it cooler down there? Yes and no. So, like, we don't have air conditioning down here. So, in that sense, like, sometimes no. But in general, like, yes, it is cooler, naturally down here. And also, like, so I used to be on the west side of the house, which basically by the time afternoon hit, it, like, would get kind of hot and, like, it was kind of hard to work because of how the light would come in. This room is on the east side, and it's a lot darker because it's in the basement, but I quite like it, I think. Why did you get relegated to the basement? Well, because someone died. Truly. Yeah. So down here, there's, like, an apartment. 1 second. Let me switch to the double scene. Where is our double camera? There it is. Okay. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. What? Yeah. No, it's true though. So there's, like, an apartment down here, which is quite nice. And until recently, yeah, the basement became available. Yeah, until recently, my husband's grandparents, well, actually just his grandfather, because his grandmother had died already a while back, had been living down here, but he passed, gosh, was it just last month, or was it actually, I guess it was last month. It's been weird. Yeah, okay, sorry. And so, yeah, it's been, like, in the process of being cleaned out. It's not completely cleaned out. Like, there's still some furniture and stuff down here, so it's, like, partially furnished. But, yeah, it's cleaned out enough that we moved down. My condolences. Thank you. It's sad, but at the same time, it was kind of like a bittersweet passing because he really, basically ever since his wife ever since his wife passed away, so ever since Kid Kitten's grandmother passed away, basically his grandfather has wanted to go, and he's been in a lot of pain, and yeah, it was ultimately a good thing that it finally happened, because things are really tough. But yeah, And it and it opened up the basement for us to move down out of the guest rooms and into the basement apartment. So, you know, it's slightly haunted down here, but peaceful, like pretty peaceful, just slightly haunted, you know? I think it will actually be really good for my nervous system because things are just a lot more quiet down here. And I think, okay, I am so sorry, Miso. This is not open very well. Let me find some scissors. Where are my scissors? I don't have scissors, but I have a razor blade. Okay. There was like nothing coming out. He was just like trying so hard. But yes, we moved down. It was so tiring last week because, I mean, you know, for a move, it was an easy move, obviously, because it was still in the same house, not moving very far. Here, on my finger. But it was a lot of up and down the stairs carrying stuff. And I'm just so surprised because it's not like we've been here that long, but it's like, how do we have so much stuff? You know? Oh, yeah. Okay. Did my third artist alley. Nice. In a new convention. It was for New Jersey residents and nearby people from Pennsylvania and New York. The theme was anime up to 2010, yet we're allowed to share original art, some anime, past 2010, etc. Good number of people arrived beyond organizers' expectations, and the staff was nice to all of us, even giving us free food. Oh, that sounds really awesome. Time for more witchy rituals. Well, yeah, so now I'm really hoping to like kind of make this office a little bit more me. Upstairs, being in the guest room, it was like couldn't change all that much. It was a very like pastel pink sort of doll room. So I couldn't really change much. It was always a little weird. But now down here, like, I can't really like paint the walls. You know, I would love a black wall like I did have in my old office. But I'm thinking I'll give you guys a little tour after we finish feeding the cats. But I'll give you a little idea of what I'm thinking. So I already got a rug, which you might have seen a sneak peek of, but yeah, was that so good, Miso? But I'll show you more of what I'm thinking. I've ordered a tapestry from an artist, like a tapestry blanket I'd like to hang up. I'm thinking I'm going to hang it up actually. You guys won't see it on camera. I'm thinking of hanging it up like above my computer. And then I'm thinking of making like more of like a gallery style wall back here with a mixture of my art and other art that I've collected. I have a lot of art that's just never been hung up. Okay. Miso, was that delicious? Hope you enjoy the new digs. Thank you. I see Miso has no problem with the move. No, I think the cats are maybe like mixed feelings about it because they, you know, it's less space for them, but at the same time, like they actually get to go out a little bit more frequently because just there's a back door that opens up right here that's a place where we would hang out anyway with the cats, but I feel like just having it right here rather than having to go out and go downstairs and blah, blah, blah. Makes it just happen a little bit more frequently. They've been okay with it though. And they no longer have to be like locked in my room at night so that they don't eat the other cat's food. So they're not locked up anymore. So that's good for them. Oh, and I need to tell you guys a story about what Miso did the other day. Oh my gosh, this freaking, not Kuma. Kuma's a sweet boy. Kuma's a good boy. But Miso is a maniac. Most cons in the tri-state would be in New York City. The organizers are also artist alley vendors themselves. Oh, nice. So they use their experiences for this. Also, the NJNYPA area would have the largest pop culture group called Anime Social Nexus. Oh, interesting. They're hosting their own con in July. Oh, which you got into. Nice. That's awesome. Hope you enjoy the new digs. I see Miso has no problem with the move. Let's see. Nice. Love the gallery wall idea. I've always wanted to do one, but I've never actually done it. But I'm gonna this time, you guys. I want to make this space more inspiring. I feel like, yeah, I just never have been very good at like putting together a good, like, inspiring. Look, he looks so cute in this camera right now. I've never been very good at putting together a very creative, like, inspiring space. But this room is probably the biggest room and the most empty room because it doesn't have like a bed in it that I've had to work with for an office. So I feel like there's some opportunity here. Oh my gosh, but I've been doing, so with the move, I was doing a lot of cleaning, like move out cleaning. And this house is lovely. It has lots of like beautiful trim and decorative features, kind of maximalist, you know? I thought I loved maximalism until I was freaking scrubbing baseboards, scrubbing walls with grooves, scrubbing furniture with grooves, because so much dust gets into every little crack. And so now I'm like, I don't know, man, maybe minimalism and like brutalism is the way to go because, oh my gosh, freaking dusting and cleaning maximalist, like decorative shit. Oh, okay, boys, you've both gotten your treats. I need to give them a tour. Okay, so I need you both. Also, I need to wash my hands. Blast me, Kuma's always super, he is always super cute. I was just thinking that like the lighting in the camera looked really good. Yeah, I hate clutter. I like seeing the walls and the carpet. Like I like, I don't know. I do like the look of kind of maximalism, depending on how it's done. But like the thought of like dusting and cleaning and stuff, it's like, oh, it's just like not very practical. And then when I think, since I'm someone who moves so much, it's like the practicality of it. I don't know. Anyway, but yet here I am thinking I'm going to decorate this whole place. Okay, let me go wash my hands real quick. And then I'm going to just give you a quick little tour. Not that there's much to see right now. Okay, and I'm gonna close this. Moving a lot sounds so exhausting. Yeah, I've always like, basically ever since becoming an adult, I've always moved pretty frequently. Except, I mean, the longest I stayed was my apartment in Sweden that we bought. 6 years. That was the longest we ever lived anywhere. Moving books is the worst. Oh my gosh, I know. Even moving them like downstairs, I filled suitcases of books and I don't even have that many books like compared to some people. You know, I was able to fit all my books on this bookshelf. When did you move? It's been a minute. Which time? Move from Sweden? Move down here? What do you mean? Basically, I moved from Sweden about 1.5 years ago. We're living in a family's house. I've been in like a guest room for the past like 1.5 years. And then people died. Passed away. And it freed up the basement apartment. So now we're in the basement apartment. And we finished moving like 2 days ago. Or I guess Sunday. I don't even know. Stuff is still all over the place and not put away at all. Oh, light is coming in here. Okay, so I don't know, like there's not much to show you, but I got this rug as a start. I really like it. It was pretty cheap. It's a cheap rug. And then this bookshelf came with the room. So I've been like, or it's like a bookshelf desk thingy. So I've been putting my books on it. Matching pants. Yeah, I got my velvet pants on. I feel like an old lady. I feel like I've seen like old ladies wear these types of crushed velvet pants. But yes. And here, over here, we've got a little lamp. And my calendar's back there. I'm thinking, yes, this wall, I'm thinking will be like a gallery collage sort of wall. I have some like moon phase mirrors I want to put up that will maybe be the centerpiece. And then I have a bunch of other art that I want to put up. And what else do we got? Let's see. Doors. We have 2 closets in here, which is pretty nice. Right now I just have that one filled with crap. Actually, it's not crap. It's like prints and stuff. And my mirror. And then it's my workstation with you guys over here. Yeah, that's it. That's the tour. But, yep. Okay. You saying someone died and there's a skeleton behind you. Yeah, I know. Also that bow's just strung like that for storage, right? Oh, I mean, it's not really it's more of a display sort of bow. It's not like not a legit shooting bow. I think if you pulled back on it too hard, it might snap. I basically just got it for reference. Okay, I missed some stuff. Last week I discussed some notable creators getting into AI. Oh, yeah. Oh, Hideo Kojima? Oh, no. Oh, okay, he'd back out. Well, that's good, at least. Oh, yeah, because it's strung the wrong way, I think. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's not really strung at all. It's yeah, it's just kind of looped-de-dooped. Yeah. But it's not, it couldn't shoot much. Yeah, but with the bends like that, the string is supposed to be on the other side. The other side of what? The other side of what? I don't get it. I want to try out real archery. Yeah, it's backwards. Backwards what? A video on it? I'll have to look it up but I don't really care too much about this bow since it's like not really anything. Speaking of God of War, controversies, have you thought about depicting notable giants? Oh, like Jotun, like gods? Loving the top looks so cute. Oh, thank you. If you don't use it. Yeah, it's not really. I don't think it would do well. Like, I really think it might break if I pulled on it too hard. Okay, the person who gave him advice about it, yeah, the indie developer said he didn't want to be dishonest. And he didn't want to listen to her, and that he was an indie developer and didn't work in studios. He didn't want to work with her. He was just, So the controversy was a female character who looked realistic, and people hated her design, calling her ugly. Oh, I mean, wait, let me scroll back up. Are we talking about, okay, yeah, the God of War. This is every game that features a female character. Like, It's not even news at this point. It's just the gamer incels hating, like, they don't know what actual women look like. And so if they don't have like an anime doll woman design, then they get mad. Anyway, I'm excited for it though. I'm actually Tomb Raider. I have drawn Scotty. She is technically a Jotun goddess. I do kind of want to try drawing Angraboda sometime. The person who gave him, let's see. I'm sure it'd work if you strung it the right way, but it's a hobby and hobbies take time and energy, yeah. God of War character, yeah, okay. Lao Fei. Don't pull it from this angle. It's crazy how it comes from someone who works in the industry. It doesn't matter if you work in indie or not. No. So, wait, I'm confused though, like, you guys talking about how it's strung. Do you mean, well, first of all, it's like there's no tension in this string. Like, what? It just is supposed to go in this? Like, doesn't make any sense. Doubling down is crazy. I thought it was so cool that they used someone who isn't a big busty Victoria's Secret model looking person. Yeah, I think so too. I think like using people who, having designs where people look like, first of all, it's more unique and more memorable. Like, and they actually look like real people. Anyway, my favorite game series with no bad entries is getting a new universe female protagonist there too. Also, she's a fantastic actress and very prevalent in the D&D world. She's an amazing GM. Like, the string needs to pull the curve of the arms backwards. It bends the other way. Oh, it's like supposed to go this way? Like this? Like the string is supposed to be on this side? Oh. Like this? I guess that makes sense. I still feel like I'm gonna break it if I do that. Safety glasses on. Yeah. How do I get it to the other side? It doesn't... Looking like she's a witch in a fantasy world. I don't know. Oh no. I will break it and probably poke my eye out. Why did Chris bend the boat to get the string to the other side? Anyway, whatever. Like this? Like... But now you know. I don't know, man. I think typically you stand on the strap where the string goes and pull the bow while spanning the string. I think you guys are just trying to get me to break it. Watch a video, don't break it and hurt yourself on stream. Oh, I will! Look up compound bows off stream if you have a sec. Oh, Spectre. Thanks. If you can pop that in Discord. It's more likely that I'll remember. Huh? You like slide it up? Any tips to keep lips hydrated? Chapstick and water. Stay hydrated in general and then use chapstick. All right. Sorry, I just am like, but are we sure it's a compound bow? It's like, I don't know. Are we sure about this? I think it's just decorative. A recurve, whatever. Recurve, sorry. We're sure. You should be careful. Okay. Is water like Cherry Coke Zero? I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. Oh, okay. Well, ignore my bow. Looks like the right idea. Just flex them muscles. I'm just afraid I'm gonna break it. Okay. Today, other than showing off my new space, we got, okay, let me just, I don't even have Twitch open. Let me get Twitch open over here just to have and to hold. Okay. And then keep the bow under tension while stored is not a good idea anyways. Yeah. That's true. I do have stuff to work on today, actually. Oh, but I need to show you guys how the one we started last week turned out. Seal clip studio. Let me open it up. I'm thinking, because I'm realizing, like, I guess I didn't originally realize, of course I needed to later, obviously, but the camera would be pointing back at this corner. So I'm feeling like I need to put something on these doors, these closet doors, you know? Make it a little more interesting for you guys. Okay. Let's open up this piece. Yes, it's SFW. There is a version that's NSFW though, but that's only on Patreon. But this piece is the one we started last week, and I finished her up. Twitch is pretty, like, you know, strict. So most of, except for the times where I accidentally flash you guys with spicy art, it's not on purpose. Things have to be safe for work here. But yeah, this is the piece we did last week on this Christian Minecraft server. God. Starsta, hello, hello. And then what we're going to work on today, Even your NSFW is SFW. Yeah, it's pretty mild. It's not like I'm drawing a bunch of corn. Or those times when you're waiting for the tram or something. Pepperidge Farm remembers. How did you come up with ideas for art piece? It's kind of a mix. Sometimes I just start, like with this one, I just started drawing and like I kind of let it guide me, just see what happens, see what comes out, and then it kind of grows as I work, like ideas come. Sometimes I don't know what to draw, but I know I want to draw something. So when that happens to me, I will like try and sometimes I will just start with no real plan. I will just be like, oh, I'll start with something that I know, like maybe a character or a portrait, but I don't know who it is yet. I don't know what the story is yet. And then I just, as I draw, ideas start to come. Other ideas, if I'm like really stumped, I will sometimes do like a redraw. So I'll look back at one of my older pieces and I will, if I don't want to be super creative, I will just like redraw it with my new skills. And sometimes the design will also change because I'll think, oh, it would be better if it was this way. Like, that's a nice way to just like focus on the art creation itself and not have to worry about being super creative with new ideas. Yeah. And then I do also have a list since I draw a lot of mythology. So I have a list of like myths that I'd like to eventually draw, or characters in mythology I'd eventually like to draw. So sometimes I will look at that and be like, oh yeah, let's do this god or goddess next. So that's kind of a backlog I can always follow back on. I saw this on your Instagram story the other day. I was looking forward to seeing it. Yay! I don't know if you or anyone else asked about the game series I mentioned, but I'm going to gush about it. And it's Xenoblade. Oh, I've never actually played Xenoblade, but I know it's like a classic hit. Okay, next I'm going to open up what we're going to work on. So I've been working on these character portrait commissions, and we're working on the next one. I did the sketches on Sunday. Yes, it was Sunday. I'll show you the sketches, all three. This is the one we decided to go with, but look how cute this polar bear is. So these were the options, and we're gonna go with this first one. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. These like character commissions with like the frames and the animal companions are like so within my wheelhouse. They've been so fun to work on. So let me just like remind you which ones we've done so far. So we've done this one, which is also in kind of the Norse mythology universe for this book series. And then the first one I did was this one with our cute devil goat. Adorable. Adorable. And so now we are doing the polar bear one. Makes sense. I think I'm going to write down ideas more often. Yeah, it's really good. I use this app online called Trello. It's basically like a Kanban board if any of you guys are in corporate world and you had to like do scrums and Kanban boards and shit for task tracking, but you can also just use it. The way I use it anyway is like a kind of a mix between a Kanban board and like, well, I'll just pull it up and show you. Just like categorized lists. It's free, and it's pretty straightforward. That's cool, pun intended, nice. So, like, yeah. This is what it looks like. This is what mine looks like. It's a mess, but, you know. So I have, like, my today list, which I never get through. I have my Patreon tasks lists. I have my commission stuff. I have convention tasks. I have, I keep this like art I want to do. So whenever I come up with an idea, I add it to this list. So it's like an idea list, shop tasks, other crap, envelopes, social media. Yeah. So that's what I use. And I move stuff to the today board if I want to get to it today, although I don't always. Anyway, very boring task management shit. But it's helpful, especially when you're juggling so much stuff. Okay, so basically we need to do line art for her today is the goal. Hi, Krissa. I see there's already talks about it, but my brain is fried because of Xenoblade and the love in the Nintendo Direct. So I am here, but half here. Fair. Yeah, Xenoblade. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Oh, has anyone seen, speaking of video game stuff, the Guild Wars 3 announce? I did not know that was coming, but I'm actually... knowing how development went to that studio, I'm kind of surprised, but also like, yay, they finally launched something new, or are launching something new. Besta is on there twice. Does that mean soon? I don't know. I think it's on there twice because it's like I've started it, but she's been sitting. I try using stuff like that, but then I forget. I like to write it down. Yeah, I also have like a planner that works as well. I think whatever works for you. Sometimes just like having a physical planner that you write down is like the best thing to do. Hi, Chris. Hey, Yusef. I think I did see the Guild Wars 3 announced, but I forget. After 4 years and some game screenshots, another Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer got released a few hours ago. Really? Huh. I did not think. 1 second, I want to look this up. Oh my. How is Sora getting younger and younger? What the heck? Hey, aw, 25 months. Thank you, Yusef. That's so kind of you. Sora's hair, man. It's kind of sad. It's a little flat. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I can take it. I was a Kingdom Hearts kid. Like, I freaking loved Kingdom Hearts. But, when they finally released KH3 and I got it and tried to play it, I, like, couldn't do it. The voice acting was driving me nuts. Like, just the style of it. It's like this, yeah, I've just gotten to be such a grouchy person, and like just certain styles of content and loudness and stuff kind of grate on me. Sephiroth's VA got replaced with Travis Willingham, the voice of Roy Mustang. Oh, he also portrayed Superman. But oh well. I've become like a serious and boring adult. Genesis is a sus title, though. The origin mode of formation. Yeah, that is weird. How long till you're yelling at the clouds? Oh, you think I'm not already? Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like I'm not quite at the right angle. I'm gonna try lifting up a little bit. I realized that this desk actually goes really, really low, almost to the point that I could sit on the floor. It's just not quite low enough. Like, I have a bolster, and I tried sitting with a bolster on the floor because I think that would actually be really nice sometimes to do that. But I just need it to be a little either. Yeah, I mean, the desk's not going any shorter, so I need it to be my bolster to be just a smidge taller. Okay. But what you guys been up to? Just paying attention to like the video game announces and launches? You probably talked about it already, but how's the basement so far? Oh yeah, it's been nice. I mean, we've only been down here for a couple days, but it has been nice. Like, I think it's maybe kind of the autism in me, but like being a little bit more separated. It's so weird because it's not like, it's just when there's someone else in the house, even if they're not like in the same room as me, it's just like I can feel it. And there's something in me that is just always going to be tense. And so being more separated in like our own sort of apartment just really helps with that. Even though, like, is it really that different being down in the basement versus upstairs? Like, it shouldn't be, but it is. And yeah, I can definitely feel it. And I think that also, like, it's a lot more quiet down here, more like insulated from noise, which is really lovely for my nervous system. It's also like, I realized, and I didn't realize this until maybe like a few weeks ago, but the room that I was in upstairs, that I would work in, basically right when afternoon would hit, the sun would like glare in through those windows. Even when I would like shut the blinds, it would still be like heating up the room and making the whole light situation like reflect on my monitors and stuff. And it made me really not like to continue working in there past noon. And this room is much more dark, which, you know, like being in a dark environment can be kind of depressing, but I think for like working on a computer in like an artistic space, I think it's actually quite nice. I remember when I was at ArenaNet, there was like the artists, we had these, it was an open layout office, but we had like kind of pods where there was just different sections in the building that were open layout. And in like the artist pod, they always kept the lights off and the windows blacked out because it was like for color and screens and just making sure, yeah, it was just the artist pod was always dark. And so it feels kind of like going back to that a little bit, being in this room, which is nice. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be really good for my nervous system and for hopefully my work as well. Also that I can customize this room a little bit more to be more creatively inspiring to me, I think will be really helpful. Oh, I need to show you guys this. So one problem is I need to get a bunch of frames. That's always the thing that holds me back from hanging all the art I have. But look, I got this like gold frame. It was, you know, fake gold, obviously, not very expensive frame. But look how good she looks in it. Soul looks so good in a gold frame. I'm like so pleased with this. Like, she looks even better than in person than on this camera. Let me see if I can switch the... Oops, double camera. There we go. There we go. Look how good that looks. So good. Anyway, yeah. Very happy with that. Pretty. Yes, it's good though. It's good. It's good. Oh yes. Also, Kid Kitten's got a like bidet attachment, so he's really excited about that. Yeah. He wanted me to tell you guys. I have to reframe my print now. It looks so good in a gold frame. Sometimes I want my space too. So real, the awareness. Yeah, it's the awareness. It's totally, it totally is different and great. I saw a video about a house on YouTube that was mostly underground with windows and a little terrace kind of connected to the outside. I want a house like that now. Time to win the big lottery. Yeah. And this is a pretty nice basement where it's like on the, like the room that this is in, you know, we just basically have these window well sort of windows. So definitely underground. But on the other side, that way, it's a walkout. Like, there's full windows and a door that you walk out onto, like, a back patio. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Sneakily swaps out the NSFW version, yeah. Yay for bidet, yep. Very excited. It's nice to be able to, like, kind of customize your own life a little bit more, you know? Versus when you're living in someone else's space where you can't really do that too much. Okay. I think it'll be good for my productivity as well. Hopefully, I will feel less drained because there's less stuff like demanding my like sensory processing power down here. And also, yeah, I feel like I'll be able to just work a little bit better in here. And surround myself by more stuff that I want to be inspired by. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about the story about Miso, what he did. I left my bidet at the house. I left with my sister and she's now a convert. It is nice. It's a little startling to get used to. It's a little startling when it first starts spraying. Sounds like a house my grandma used to live in. I loved that. I feel like it helped with the sound dampening. Yeah, exactly. The sound dampening a little bit. Then again, she lived in a more quiet / foresty area anyway. Oh, that's so nice though. Yeah, Miso. He's a criminal, man. He is a murderer. He is a brutal murderer. A child murderer, even. So... So we have outside time, like supervised outside time with the cats. And so how it works is we go out with them and we watch them the whole time and we make sure they don't go very far or we try to make sure they don't do anything bad. And nothing too bad has happened. Sometimes they will wander into other people's yards, but we just go and fetch them, and it's all been good. Well, the other day, we opened the door to let them out and go out, and Miso books it immediately, sprints to where we have like some little a treed area. A small treat area, and pounces immediately. There was no warning. And snatches a young squirrel. It was definitely not a full-grown squirrel. It wasn't like a baby, but, you know, maybe like a teenager squirrel. Snatches it in his jaws. And yeah, he had a target. He like singled it out immediately. And we were like running after him, and we tried to get him to drop it, but he would not. He just like clamped down as hard as he could and growled. He would do that little like huff. And yeah, I mean, the good news is that there was no real suffering, or at least not for long, because that squirrel was pretty quickly dead. He bit so hard on that squirrel. So he wasn't like one of those cats that will like sit and like play with their food. He just immediately like, and we tried, but we still tried to get it away because it was like, we don't want him to like eat it, you know, like what kind of freaking, it could have parasites, it could have anything. But there was no getting this squirrel away from him. Like we tried, there was nothing we could do, nothing. I didn't want to play tug of war with it to try and get it away from him. And so it's like, what do? You can't do anything. And so we were like, oh, we just have to let him. Maybe he will like leave it when he gets bored with it. He did not leave it, you guys. He did not. He ate it. All of it. Like a freaking snake would eat it. Like most cats are a little discerning, where maybe they will like, I've had cats before that were hunters, you know, they would catch a mouse and eat the head off. Or even if they ate more of that mouse, they would leave some of the organs that they were less desirable. No. Miso did not do that. He freaking gobbled that squirrel whole. Like, it was like, no. Like, what do I do? Freak. Of bones? Yes, fur, bones, tail, claws, everything. Psycho behavior. Absolutely psychotic behavior. And so we've been like watching him and like trying to keep an eye on his like poops, because it's like, oh my gosh, I hope that everything gets digested okay and there's no blockages or anything, because what the hell? Anyway, it was insane. Like, I didn't sit and watch him the whole time because it was disgusting, but like I would check on him, you know, and oh my god. And then the next day, we were outside again, keeping an eye on him and keeping a lookout, make sure there's no more stupid ass squirrels who are not up in the tree. And then we see him start to crouch down, and he has caught the eye. He's got his eye on another squirrel that's in the very, very, very back of the yard at the tree line. And I'm like, oh, no, not again. And so I start trying to go at him and like shaking the treats and trying to get his attention. But then he starts sprinting again. And I had like these short shorts on that kind of just looked like underwear. But I was like, I gotta stop this cat. So I was running seemingly pantsless, sprinting barefoot through the yard towards someone else's house at like the tree line, and I was trying to scare this squirrel up the tree because it was just sitting there as Miso was charging it. And so as I'm running, I'm sprinting, and I'm trying to scare the squirrel. So I think I just do the first thing that comes to mind. I go trying to scare the squirrel up the tree. And little did I know, but I was told later that the neighbor of the backyard, that happened right as he was exiting his house. Yeah, right as he was walking into his own backyard, he sees this seemingly pantsless barefoot woman sprinting through the yard, turkey yodeling. Oh my God. But I did save the squirrel. The squirrel did run up the tree before it was caught by my freaking psychotic murderous cat. And that's what's been going on this week, you guys. Sounds a lot like victim blaming. Well, and then they saw this like a woman eat a squirrel. No, it wasn't. I am not the one. Mizu has been promoted from king to demon king. Yeah. Hello, this is so cool. Is this for the Golden Compass? Oh, thank you. It's not for it's for another book series. But I could see how it would look like it could be for the Golden Compass. There's a psycho next door. For real though. Like I don't know what they think. Those neighbors. Actually, my poor in-laws, who this is their home, and they care so much about appearances, like what the neighbors think. Like they're very much in that culture of like really caring what people think about them. Poor them having to live on the same premises as us, who is completely destroying their reputation in the neighborhood. Oh my God. Let this be a freeing lesson for them. Do not care. The image will get shattered one way or another. For real. Well, yeah. I mean, like, I have never cared about that kind of thing. Like, I think that it would be really healthy for them to like let go and not care so much. But man, it's the culture here, though. Like, people really, really care about what like other people think about them. I think this is the hardest I've laughed in senior. Oh, man. Comes with a lot of pressure, and it can be so front of mind. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I've never been someone who, like, I'm sure, like, of course there's things that I think it's human nature to, like, care about what other people think of you. It's, like, kind of instinctual because we are, you know, we're pack animals. We are community creatures. Like, that's how we survived. And so we have this intrinsic, like, caring about what the community thinks of you because it was survival. But it being caring so much, yeah, I just like about things like appearances and so much that it holds you back from being able to live your life the way you want or to like stress about it. It's no good. It's no good, man. At least he doesn't play with it. Yeah, it always broke my heart to give them mercy myself after our cat played with another clearly severely injured mouse and it just sat there staring at it. Yeah, I agree. Like, at least it was a quick end for that squirrel. I've had cats in the past who were like that too. Like, growing up when I was a kid, we had a cat who was an indoor-outdoor cat. And she was definitely the type to, like, sometimes she would kill them, sometimes she wouldn't. And so, yeah, that sucks. Okay, I think my brain has finally somewhat calmed down. I'm more fully here now. Hi. No, it wasn't because of the squirrels. That's when you get an... Wait. What is this? Who cries blood? Ilmater? What is this? I need to copy it. Ilmater? Oh, he's a god from deity. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. I feel like I had heard that name before. Yeah. It's like it looked familiar. But yes. Yes. But, even with all of like the moving and everything, it's been so much going up and down stairs and like carrying stuff, I was exhausted. Days of doing that. But even though I was like exhausted and like, sore, I was actually like pretty pleasantly surprised with how well my body like held up against it. And I really feel like all the work I've been putting in at like pole and at calisthenics has been like was actually really helpful, like functional strength wise. Like I feel like if I had had to do this like a year ago, I would have been fine, of course, but at the same time, I don't think my body would have handled it as well. I think I would have been in much more pain than I was this now. So that's exciting. God of compassion who saw the world suffering. Oh, okay. Had a cat that she ate her kittens. Oh, I suspect something was wrong with them, but I was a bit traumatized. Yeah. Probably stronger / more in shape than me. I don't know how in shape you are. But I have been working hard. I went to calisthenics last night. Good morning, Miss Bug and Bugites. Hey, Frozen. Oh my gosh, Frozen, you just missed the story about Miso's psychotic behavior. That was part of their nature, and some have a high prey drive too, so you just know it's part of life, sadly. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely heard about like, cats who will eat their kittens. Like, especially there's like I remember always being told like, don't touch newborn kittens because then like if the mom smells you on them, she might eat them. But then I've also seen like plenty of newborn kittens be picked up and handled and they're okay. So I don't know I don't know if that's actually true, Slander, Miso is fine. Oh, Fluff. Can you do a handstand on the pole? Well, I can do a handstand against the pole for sure. I remember a story about psychotic behavior, but it wasn't the cat. What? Was it a wife? Maybe a bug wife. Wow. Well, Kid Kittens, I don't know if you were here, but I told the story about Miso, what Miso did, and I also told the story about me running through the yard to scare that squirrel and save it. Kid Kittens is the one who saw the neighbor. I didn't realize. Yeah, that's the story I'm referring to. Must be cinema. It's always cinema living with me. A comedy. It's a what are they called when it's both a tragedy and a comedy? Cats hating squirrels. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I always knew that Miso was probably a really good hunter. Or rather a really brutal hunter, like if he ever got his paws on anything, just based on how he plays. Like 110, a dramedy, 110%. But, Yeah. I mean, there is something about squirrels that sets him off. He like I've just seen it even when we've turned on like cat TV. You know, he will watch the birds, he will watch the mice, but if like a squirrel comes on, like cat TV, he like really locks in. He's got something for him, man. Tragedy. It's like a comedy of errors or comedy. I don't know. I feel like a tragic. I don't know. It's got to be something. Did the squirrel bully him as a kitten? Maybe. He's got something for them. Dark comedy? Maybe. Maybe that's it. Dark comedy. But you know, he was found as a stray outside in like, you know, an area that has a lot of forests around it. Highly likely that he used to hunt squirrels a lot. Especially since he was found as like a tomcat, you know, like unneutered. They're a little more aggressive. But yeah, it was psychotic behavior. Apparently there's a genre called tragic comedy. Was being stupid, but not that far off. No, that's pretty close. You got. Did you find Miso as a stray, or people at the pet store / adoption center had him? A rescue that I was fostering for found him and had him. His story was that like I was looking to adopt Kuma from this rescue, and then they were like, yeah, you can adopt him, but first like we have this cat who we need a place for like tonight because his previous foster wanted him out. She didn't like him at all. And so they're like, can we please bring him over for you to foster for a while? And then we can bring over Kuma? And so I said, yeah. And so he just showed up. By the way, Miss Bug, Canada updated their estimate for citizen stuff. They are now saying I am 11 months away. I was 11 months away 3 months ago. Ugh. I've been following that. I don't know if you ever got access to that spreadsheet, but yeah, I've been following like even just people getting their AOR numbers, because my father is waiting for his, and then I also have my grandfather's that I submitted. And it used to be that like when I got my AOR number, it was only like a little over a month after my application was delivered. But now it's like people are waiting like 3 months to even get their AOR numbers. It's severely like getting clogged up and slowed down just because there's so many applications, I think. Was Miso a kitten back then? If so, that's adorable. And I see you got both Miso and Kuma. No, he was an adult. I've only had him for like, well, both Miso and Kuma, we've only had for like, 2.5 years? Didn't mean to laugh. More like that sounds ridiculous. It will happen when it happens or not. Yeah, mine came about a month or so. Yeah, it was like a little over a month, but now it's taking them a long time. I've been seeing some people say that like for a couple weeks ago, like maybe their systems were down, so that backed even more up. But I don't know. But I'm waiting for, so my passport application was delivered last week. I don't think it's in the system yet though. So I can't like check its status yet. But hopefully soon, hopefully in like a couple days. Because it says like 10-ish, within 10 days it should be in the system. And it's been maybe about a week. So hopefully in a couple days it will be. But yeah, I'm glad that I sent mine in when I did, before things like people really started like catching wind of the new law and started sending in all their applications. Because it's just becoming like more and more backlogged. I still think the requirement for a guarantor and 2 references is stupid, but I understand. I think it's stupid too. I don't know any other country that does that. What's this? Oh. Let's see. Sorry, I want to check this. Getting info on. Ah? Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to give advice to, so Chip and Harvey's mom, human mom, is asking some questions because she's thinking of fostering. Her foster mother is going out of town for 3 weeks. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do voice to text because this is gonna be long. So I'm just gonna talk and you guys can listen. Especially since you don't know. Oh, wait. It's trying to do Swedish. especially since you don't know how that cat is with other cats. So make sure that she will have her own room set aside where you can keep her isolated from Chip and Harvey for the first week or so. And so that she will have her own safe space that she can always retreat to. Even if that space is like a bathroom or something, it doesn't have to be huge. Okay. Okay, let me scroll up. Sorry. Are you moving to Canada, Krista, or am I misunderstanding? Must be. I've been out of the loop for a bit. Well, maybe someday, but basically Canada has this new law that makes it so there's no generational limit on like citizenship by descent. So I qualify. My mom was born in the US, but her birth parents were Canadian. She was adopted. And so she got her citizenship, and it used to be that I wouldn't qualify, but because they only did one generation, but now they like reinterpreted the law and it's unlimited generations. And so like I got my proof of citizenship, and I am applying for my passport now. And then, yeah, I mean, there's no plans like right away to move there, but I would like to try living there, even if it's not forever, sometime eventually, you know, maybe for a few years, but I'm not sure where yet, you know. Anyway, why is she going to foster more cats when she already sends her cats to you? I know. Well, apparently let's see. She is a mentor and advocate for a 15-year-old girl who's living in foster care. Her foster mom is going out of town for 3 weeks, and so she needs to go into respite care, but they need a place for her cat. And so she was asking if I think Chip and Harvey would be okay having the cat, and are there other questions she should ask? I think like Chip and Harvey would be okay with it. They're so chill. But yeah, I was just giving her some other advice. Also, how do you store your PSD/Clip Studio files, if you don't mind me asking? Finished stuff I don't want to delete, but I don't know where to put them. I know, they take up so much space, don't they? Especially if you have the time-lapse feature on Clip Studio Paint. It makes the files so huge. If space is the issue, specifically for the Clip Studio Paint files, I would make sure to save out your final artwork, and then also export your time-lapse videos. Once your time-lapse videos are exported, you can disable in that file the record time-lapse, and that will reduce your file size by quite a bit. But how do I store them? I have external hard drives that I like kind of move a bunch of my old stuff over onto. I have 2 that I try and like keep both backed up with the same files. And they're both like big, like multi-terabyte external hard drives. Canada is in a very odd state right now, but objectively better than the state of living in the US right now. Yeah, I've been trying to like catch up on like kind of the state of how things are in Canada. I'm still not all the way understanding everything, but it's like I feel like I should definitely get caught up on, considering I'm Canadian, on how things are there. But yeah, I know there's like the weird stuff with Alberta. I'm in a weird state right now where the law in the UK prevents me from visiting family there later this year unless I get full citizenship. Wait, what? Like you cannot travel? That is so weird. Okay, smart. She's used to living in a girl's bedroom only, so that's a small space will be best for her. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, let's see. I want to bet that you end up living in Canada about 15 miles from where you were in Seattle. Well, you know, British Columbia is tempting, but it's also like the most expensive part. I'm actually really curious about more like eastern parts. Sorry, I'm like feeling very washed out suddenly. I think it's because there's more light suddenly coming in this window. But I don't know. Eligible for citizenship, say the F out until you become one of us. Wow. I'm not eligible. I am. Oh, sorry. You're talking about your situation. That's so weird, though. Okay, I got it. I need to get a 1 terabyte and rename and organize, but I have so many. Yeah, I know how it is. I organize all of my files based on like Patreon packs. So since that's just how I make them. And so, yeah, I periodically just like copy over chunks to my different hard drives to back them up and then delete them off of my main PC once they're backed up a couple times. Okay, sorry, let me fix the colors now that the lighting has changed. Generally, the stuff to know about Canada right now. The Prime Minister is doing a good job overall, but is pushing for a social media ban for sub-16-year-olds, all people needing ID online. I mean, I don't know if I am against that. It seems maybe like a good idea to me. The Ontario Prime Minister is corrupt and introducing laws to keep freedom of information laws hushed and secret. Oh. He was doing government deals on his personal phone, refuses to give the logs. Ugh. Alberta separatists. That's what I've heard the most about is Alberta separatists. Weirdly, a push for AI becoming welcomed by the federal government. Ugh. Yeah, mess. It's a mess. I feel like all the countries I'm a citizen of are a mess right now. Even Sweden is bit of a mess with their conservative government. Like, yeah, anyway. That is a big push in the UK and EU too, so probably got it from there. Must protect the kids, apparently. Apparently. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been shown how bad social media is, especially for like a developing brain. So I do think it's a good idea to limit. Haven't they already done this in Australia? Wasn't there a social media ban in Australia? They're also considering a VPN ban. Oh, really? I don't know about that. I don't like that. I'm not sure why we have too many now. Not a ban per se, but needing to keep logs and such. Huh. Yeah, lots of like surveillance feeling stuff, which would defeat the purpose, yeah. Government wants to be able to snoop on people. Mm-hmm. It is definitely concerning, particularly with like in the age of AI. All of the surveillance. Was I going to say something else? Did I say... Oh, yeah. Okay, I did. Is this Clip or Krita? It's Clip Studio. I'm a Clip Studio fiend. I just love it. It's looking like our next tutorial is going to be about, well, we're going to draw a bookish scene. I need to figure out what it's going to be. And the focus is going to be on two things. It's going to be on composition and storytelling, or rather using composition for storytelling. We'll probably touch on other aspects of storytelling as well, but should be a fun one. You like Clip, but always go back to Photoshop? Oh no, not Photoshop. You just haven't been fully converted yet. That's how I started out though. I started out like doing some things in Clip Studio Paint and then some things in Photoshop in my process. But then eventually I just started doing it all in Clip Studio Paint, like bit by bit. The ID requirement in Canada has people wary, largely because we already have a class action against the government for information getting leaked from the CRA, our IRS essentially. So they're already proven the info can't be secure as it is. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't even want to think about, I mean, all of America's information is probably all sold because of Doge. It was all taken by Elon Musk and probably sold to China. Let's see, you use both. I use Clip Studio, but I don't think I'm fully comfortable with it. Is that bad? Oh, I mean, you will, like, if if you keep using it, you'll probably get to the point. I mean, I would think if you follow the same path I did, you will probably get to the point where you get so comfortable with Clip Studio Paint that eventually you will very rarely use Photoshop. But I don't know. It just, I mean, do you pay for like Creative Cloud? Because if you use Clip Studio Paint for everything, then you don't have to keep paying for Creative Cloud. Good luck with that. When the U.S. government OMG got hacked, they lost all the info about anyone that ever applied for security clearance and lots more. They didn't do squat about it. Yeah. I'm done with the Canadian political chat for now, by the way. Oh, okay. For now. Cough, no cough. Oh, okay. Same though. Same. I am using, I think I have 2015. If only CSP had a photo editing software as extensive as Photoshop's. That's true. There are a couple things in Photoshop that I still prefer. Like, just like little things, you know. Like sometimes I will use like color lookups in Photoshop at the very end of my process just to like see or give a little tint of something that just can't get quite the same look with like gradient maps in Clip Studio. Affinity Photo has been nothing but great. One-time purchase. Oh, nice. Affinity. It's free now. That's even better. Only Adobe software on my PC is now Acrobat. Sleep Tiny. Sleep. I don't even use Acrobat. I use Foxit. That's why I kind of go back to Photoshop. I use it a lot of the blending mode stuff because it's easier for you. When Canva bought it, they made it free. Oh. You paid full price? No. You have the old Clip Studio though, not the new one. Oh, okay. The new one does have some nice features. How old? So I have it downloaded, just not installed. It's good to hear that photo editing options are good. Can you transfer Photoshop brushes to Clip Studio? Yeah, you can. You can just drag in Photoshop brushes the same way you would drag in Clip Studio brushes and they will convert. They're not always like 100% perfect, but I have Photoshop brushes that I've brought over. Bum, 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 bum. The one thing to keep in mind is that 50 series cards have some issues in Affinity. Oh, okay. Had to switch to CPU utilization when I upgraded this week. NVIDIA driver issues. Oh, like 7 years old. My other problem is that I just got a bunch of tool presets from Nathan Fawkes and have been slowly resaving them as brushes. It's a massive list with an unruly naming convention. Oh. Is it worth getting the new one? I feel like yes. I feel like it's worth upgrading to the new version of Clip Studio. And, you know, you can wait for a sale, maybe. They usually have seasonal sales. And then I think you don't have to pay for like the whole new, like a whole new license. I think you can just pay for like an upgrade. But they have sales pretty frequently. So maybe the next time a sale comes around, look into it and see if you want to like do Clip Studio, grab a copy, or upgrade your version. The one I'm using right now, I'm using an upgrade pass. So it keeps me on the newest version. I can't remember how much it costs. I think the reason I did it for this one is because, why did I do it? I had a reason. Like usually I would just stay on the old version until I see a feature that I really, really wanted. And I think there was a feature I really, really wanted. And I cannot remember why I needed the EX. So I have multiple licenses. I have like my Paint Pro license that I've had since like the manga studio days. And usually I would just upgrade that one. I cannot remember actually, but there was some feature in EX that I needed to use, and I eventually got EX, but then it was like quite expensive to do a full upgrade for EX, so I just went with the upgrade pass because it seemed pretty reasonable. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but I do love it so much, so I'm okay. I think it's the Paint Pro I got from Manga Studio days. Yeah. Oh man, Manga Studio. I had like the boxed version from like, I mean, it's not even 7 years ago. It's like 20 years ago that I got as like a teenager. I guess not 20 years ago, but a long time ago. 15 years ago? No, I don't even know. How old am I? I'm so old. I mean, I'm not that old, but old enough. Manga Studio is a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, especially if you're working in such an old version, it's definitely worth an upgrade. And you might find like all the features that you still have the box. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's time to upgrade your license to a new version. I'm not 22. There's liquefy in the new one. There's color options. Wow, I try and help and smack. Oh, you're making me feel old. Fluffy, fluffy. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. time is it? Oh, hopefully the cats got their lunch. We finally, now that we don't have to lock the cats away with us, but they still try and wake us up at like 5 a.m. We finally, well, speaking of which, this sounds like they're knocking stuff off the counter, got a timed feeder to try. Usually, we feed them only wet food, but we're thinking we're going to try, like, their 5 a.m. meal is going to be a little bit of dry food from a timed feeder so that they don't wake us up anymore. A little quality of life. And Kid Kittens was like, we have to like teach them how to use it. I'm like, I don't think they're going to need teaching. They're going to get it. And sure enough, this morning, actually, the feeder, I could hear it. So it still woke me up. But Kuma was sleeping on my legs because he's a little cuddler. And I heard like the little tinkle, tinkle, tinkle of like the dry food hitting the bowl from the timer. And immediately, Kuma bolts off of my legs and sprints out to go and eat it. And it's like, yeah, okay. There was no teaching necessary for this. They know the the sound of treats hitting a bowl. Boom, boom, boom. Glad Kuma didn't scratch you on the way out. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I need to ask about Harvey. She was getting her allergy tests done. Okay. Hello, friends. How are we doing this fantastic Tuesday? Doing pretty good. How are you doing? I'm working on line arting this commission with this polar bear. So cute. Really fun commission. Oh, I didn't show you guys the other piece I have in progress. This is personal piece. But Hades, we're finally going to get a Hades piece to match. It's not, I haven't fully worked out basically anything, the composition, but I have it kind of started. So yeah, I'm figuring it out still, but throne, and then I'm thinking like the 3 Cerberus heads up here, and then yeah, skulls here, piles of skulls. But I think it'll be cool. I just have to work it out. You saw it on Trail? Yeah, you saw. It's one of my pieces to do. Not bad at all. Took an exam today, went well, had a couple of laughs with my friends. Oh, and now we are closing out the day with some art. That sounds really great. Like a really good day. I hope your exams went well. Yeah, people have been wanting the Hades for a while. Hopefully they did. I'm an artist by night and a psych major by morning. Oh man, busy. Bum, bum. Bang, bang, bang. Do we have any lore about this character? I actually haven't read the book. I've read another series that is like, I think, in the same universe. But I've not read the one about this one. But let me see if I can find which series is about her. Let's see here. Let's see. Her name is Maddie. I know that. A guide to my series. Oh, is it this one? I think it is. I think this is the series that she is in. Norse mythology, enemies to lovers, villain gets the girl. I need to read it. The villain gets the girl. Yes, please. I've read this one. Shadowbound Queen. And I think these two are in the same setting. Or same universe, at least. I'm a bit of a lore bish, which means I like lore and art a lot. Yeah, I like it too. But yeah, I haven't read, but let's see. Which one is the number, the first book? Let's see. Eliza Rain of Frost and Feather, I'm guessing is the first one. I'll read the... Oh no, that's book 2. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. I'm looking at her special editions. Okay, let's see. Book description. She wants to earn her Valkyrie wings. She wants to burn every Valkyrie. Oh, he wants to burn every Valkyrie to ash. Princess Madiva is the Ice Court's best kept secret until the Valkyrie comes for her. Only her family knows what she can really do and how dangerous it is to leave her tower. But she has been selected by the gods themselves to train at Featherblade to become a Valkyrie, an elite Fey guardian of Odin. If she is to make it against the other rooks, survive the wild hunt, or battle against the frost giants, she has to earn her wings and bond with an ancient animal gifted to her by the gods. She has to get stronger and work out who her enemies are and who she can trust. And she has to do it all under the burning gaze of Cain. Cain the ruinous villain of Featherblade, her obsession. Anyway, there's more, but that's the little bit about it. Well, it looks absolutely stunning. Hopefully the book is as good as the cover. Yeah, I've read her other series, and I remember really enjoying it. So I need to read this one too. And I really love, like, Norse mythology themed stuff, so inspired by... I think I don't want to do too much with this hair. It might be one of those things that I kind of paint in, especially since it's going to be mostly like a very light color. So I think we'll move on to like her dress and stuff instead. The rest of her. Let me turn on the rough colors. Let's see. What we got? Bum, bum, bum. Not so subtle way of complimenting the amazing art. The eyes and the little furry bear look so cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah. The bear is so cute. I love how she's like poking her head out. Oops. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Bum, 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 bum. Bing, bing, bing. thinking. Oh, hydrate, thank you. All right, I'm slacking. I need to get some commissions as well, but at least I'll have good company. Yeah, work with us. Draw along. Are any of you guys out there also working on stuff? If you want to say. Drawing. Let's see. Let's get rid of this yellow. There we go. Just work again. Work. More work. Frost. So she has like frost powers. I wonder if she is like secretly like part giant or something. You know, like part Jotun. I haven't read the book, but I wonder if that's like her secret. That would be cool. I need to read the book to find out if my guess is correct. Hell exists in Norse mythology. Why do giants have domain over ice? I don't know, actually. For some reason, I put together ice giants. Was that in the description that I read? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just something happening in my mind. Oh yeah, frost giants. That's probably why I thought about it. Let's see. I feel like I had drawn more hair on her. Maybe? Maybe is it all there? So is this for a book? Yeah, it's for a book. I'm doing a whole like character portrait series for all of this author's books. So this will be the third one, and I'm doing 7 in total. I guess there are Fire Jotun 2, so maybe it's more of a balancing. Maybe. I don't know. Endless Sims music. What about this? Let's try this playlist. You saw the cutest jumping spider today? Oh! I don't know how I feel about jumping spiders. Just the fact that they could jump. Ugh. Unpredictable. Where'd you see it? So cute and small. Aww. I did save a spider the other day. When I was at Calisthenics, there was a spider. It was pretty big. Quite big. I don't know what kind of spider it was. It was weird colored too. But yeah, the teacher was like freaked out by it. And she was like, should I bring my boyfriend down to squish it? And I'm like, no, I'll just get it. So I took it outside. I'm not too afraid of spiders unless they startle me. Which they do sometimes. I was taking my university exam and she came next to me and I was about to take a picture, but the professors around me thought I was copying when I took out my phone, so no pics for me. Aww. I think I will shuffle this one. I would bet that you scare them too, but they don't squish you. Yeah. Well, I don't usually squish them. But if they startle me, I fling, they get flung because it's just instinct. If they are on me, surprised me, they surprise me by being on me, then they get flung. And then I have to try and find them to let them out. But the creature that does surprisingly like kind of make my instinctual like terror rise, even though like pictures are fine, you know, I don't I don't understand why I have this instinctual reaction when I see them in person and I see them like move around. But like snakes, actually. Like I didn't realize I had this like intrinsic fear of them until, I don't know. Like I didn't think I did, but I do. When I see them like slithering around. I try to not kill them, but they ain't staying in the same room with me, so I might take them outside. Yeah, I usually take spiders outside. Okay. How's she coming along? Okay. Like, I know they're just doing their thing, but not around me. I mean, I will let, if a spider is like minding its own business and like living in a corner in my room, I will actually let it. Because it's like, well, if you're like killing like mosquitoes and stuff, that's fine with me. But if it ends up down like, you know, creeping into my space, like on my desk or on a bed or something, then it's going outside. But definitely down here in the basement, I've noticed a few more creepy crawlies than were upstairs. All right, let's, I think, clean her colors up a bit. And I want to check, did I have, yes, I did. I had some other like paint over stuff I did in the sketch for her hair, and I need to find that layer. Oops. So the question is, where is it? Bum, bum, bum. Is it actually gonna be up? Yes, there it is. Okay. So I guess we can turn that off. Yeah. Just add some wine weight. And some of this extra volume. May I ask if you do a flat fee? If you do a flat fee for these? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I don't charge by like the hour, but I calculate based on how long I am guessing it will take. And then also licensing. So what they're going to be using it for commercially, licensing costs an extra percentage on top of the creation fee. I thought to do hourly, but it seems so much more complicated, so I do a flat fee. Also, I suck at math. Yeah, I don't do hourly because I don't know. I it's just like generally not how it's usually done, these types of commissions. Like most authors want to know how much they're going to be paying for a piece. And so I just try and estimate based on like how fast or slow I think it will take, or how similar pieces, how long they've taken me in the past. And then the licensing. But also, like trying to figure out like the hourly rate. Like an hourly, I don't know. I would feel weird too because like I don't want them to think I'm like purposely like stretching out how long it takes. So like take into account for like royalties. It's not royalties, it's like a percentage. Like let's say a piece costs, we'll try and keep it simple, even though I would never recommend, I wouldn't recommend doing a piece for this cheap, but let's just say it costs $100. Then like they also want commercial rights to use it as like, let's say a book cover. Well, then maybe it would be an extra like 100%. So it would be $200 total. Or let's say like they want to be able to use it as a book cover and they want to be able to sell prints and they want to be able to put it on t-shirts. Basically, they want like a bunch of commercial rights to sell a bunch of merch. Well, then maybe it's going to be plus 120% or 150% or even plus 200%, depending on how many rights, they need. Or if they want to completely buy the copyright, and it basically means you don't own anything about it ever at all, then that's going to be like maybe plus 300 to 500%. The point is like you needed to charge like an extra percentage of commercial rights because, this person, if it's a commercial piece, they're going to be making money off of it. Even promotional, maybe they're just going to use it for promotional purposes. They're not going to sell anything with it. Well, even promotional is marketing. That's still commercial. So it's going to be, maybe an extra 50%, Big wolf with a winter beauty. Hey, Jer! You can't really see it, but it's actually a polar bear. Yes. Good to see you. Hearing you talk about it, I feel like I'm undercharging myself now. You probably are. Even sometimes I am. Like, most artists are. And we get really, we feel really weird about, raising our prices. But most artists should be raising their prices, probably, because they probably are undercharging. Polar bear's even better! On Chris's point, you got to upcharge license fees up front because the client would end up making over 1,000. Could end up making over 1,000 times more than what they paid for it. Yep. Exactly. And then, you only get paid once. But someone who's selling something over and over again, they get paid for as many as they can sell, which can, it's up to them how much they sell, but it could be tons. Yeah. Like, they're your one customer, but they're going to have hundreds of customers, hopefully. Hopefully they'll have a lot of customers, right? But you only have one customer. But I work for exposure. Yeah, I have on my Patreon. I made a video a while back that was well, actually I have two videos about this if you're interested. So I have one video that is all about, like, I kind of did a mock book cover commission tutorial process where I talk about everything from like initial contact, communications, contract, pricing, all that kind of stuff. And then I make the actual book cover. And anyway, I try and cover everything. So there's that tutorial that's over on the Patreon. And then there's also another video I did where I just basically brain dumped everything, all the advice I could think of for commissions. Anywho, it might be helpful. For anyone who's interested, let me just drop the link. Students get access to those, plus a ton of other stuff. Alrighty. Maybe I'll just duplicate this. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum. Boom, boom. Apparently, I drew her eyebrow in the wrong spot. Why do people think they can get away with that, Carissa? Work for exposure? Because some people go for it still. Like, I don't know. I mean, so, like, I think it's partially that still that, like, of course people see being an artist as, like, you should feel lucky that you get to do this, which, okay, sure, I guess, but it's still work. But people who are not the ones doing it, who are putting in all the work, don't view it as work still. They don't view it as an actual trade. They view it as, like, I don't know. I think we're just out here, like, doing our hobby or something. And so there's that aspect where it's like they don't value it as actual work. And then there's also the aspect of artists are, like, quite desperate to be able to do it. And so it's like, oh, well, you can take advantage of desperate people. Yeah. And sometimes when it's like, because I do see this quite a bit with like big companies, sometimes when it's a big company who it's even more insulting because you know they have the budget, they will think, well, because we're a big company, you know, they'll get exposure. And so they think that that will lead to opportunities down the road if they do this work for exposure for a big company. When usually it doesn't really do much of anything. In my view, it's always better to just work on your own, like, personal projects over being underpaid or not paid for exposure or whatever. I feel like you can make a lot better portfolio for what you ultimately want to do if you just work on your own stuff rather than working on someone else's vision and be underpaid. I'll sign up for your Patreon again soon as I get my finances squared away. Oh, I mean, I appreciate it. I hope things go well for you and your finances all get sorted out. I know times are tough, so like I very much appreciate everyone who supports, because I especially know how tough things are. And yeah, I don't take it for granted. Like, I really, really do appreciate everyone who supports now or supported in the past or supports in the future, continues to supports only 1 month, like whatever it is people want to do. I really appreciate it. And I, of course, hope that you guys are all getting a lot of value out of it as well. First time here, great artwork. Flat rate is personally what I do because some pieces can be done in less than an hour while others can take a multitude of time. It's hard to sometimes it's just hard to calculate. But I feel like the flat rate plus like the commercial licensing fee is just kind of the simplest, you know? It's the most straightforward. It's also what people expect the most. I got into a nasty car accident. Oh no, in December. Parents moved me home and things are screwed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds horrible. I hope that you are like recovering. You definitely charge way too little. Oh no. Raise your prices. Guys, raise your prices. Do you know so the new Clip Studio Paint has a feature that tells you how much time it's kind of like Procreate, you know, how Procreate tells you how much time you've spent on a piece. So now I've been actually seeing how much time I spend like literally working on a piece. I don't like it. I don't think, I guess it's not too out of the, you know, what I was expecting, but sometimes it's like, ugh, spent way too long on that. Especially commissions. I tend to spend more time on commissions because I want to make sure everything's right. You know, I don't want to like cut corners like I might be willing to do with some of my own pieces. And so, yeah, I take more time with commissions. My numbers would be padded because I leave it open sometimes. I mean, I leave mine open too, but I think it only calculates when you're actually actively working. I think. Otherwise, mine would say like days worth, which it doesn't. Like sometimes it's like, oof, I've spent way too long on that. And then sometimes it's like, wow, that's surprisingly a low number versus how long I felt like I spent on it. And I think it's because sometimes I'm not super like on task. And so it will feel like I've been working on a piece for days. But then when it comes to like the active amount of time I've actually been working on it, it's not as much as I thought. And it's like, damn, I am not as efficient as I was hoping I was. I'm fine now, but there was a time when laughing was illegal, where the seatbelt bit me. Oof, oh my gosh. When we went to get my stuff, me and the other guy agreed that that I had been driving a car instead of an SUV tank. You wouldn't have walked away. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Oh, that is terrifying. I drive a tiny little car. So I do fear for my life, especially on like the freeway. We recently got Kid Kittens a car though. That is we got him a Subaru Crosstrek, and so that feels a little safer than my car. So we take that on like the freeway and stuff. So this is a piece for a book, yeah, or just a one-off commission. Either way, I love the design. Thank you. It's a piece for a book. It's like just a character portrait for a book. I'm doing character portraits for all of this author's book series, all of her heroines, which is cute. So this is the third one that I have been working on. I'll show you guys the other ones. And then the one that this was the first one I did. So this is a more modern one that takes place in London. You can see London in the background. And then this is another one that's from another series, but it's from within the same universe. That's why they share like this kind of Viking inspired, Norse inspired like frame. But yeah, they're really fun. They're like just perfectly within my wheelhouse. You hit one of the pillars that held up the interstate in Utah. Ugh. That's so scary. But also I am not surprised that your accident happened in Utah. Driving in Utah is really, really terrifying. I mean, that's where I am. Bum, bum, bum. Red hair one with the owl is gorgeous. Thank you. I really like how she turned out. She's actually the one from the series that I've read. I didn't realize that, like, until partway through a commission, that I was like, wait, I know this author. I've read her books, some of them anyway. Okay, I'm going to start cleaning up the colors now. Probably will come back to the line art a little bit because I feel like it's not 100% where I want it, but it's okay. Just feel like the color, like how messy it is kind of throwing me off a bit. And I want to get it closer to what I want. Let's see, I mostly do D&D type character artwork, usually of my own characters. Nice. The way the bear is supposed to be is giving spirit bears, if anyone else has read that book series. Oh, interesting. I have not read that series. But someone else today asked if this was from Golden Compass, which I could totally see that with like the polar bear and stuff. Let me I'm gonna turn off that, and I'm going to combine these colors so that we're just simplifying a little bit. Let's turn off where's the sketch layer? There it is. I came across the mist art where she's on the ground after the ball. Oh, yeah. How did that end? Well, I don't know. I'm trying to remember, actually. I feel like I had some of it in my mind. But I can't remember. I should have written it down. Yeah, I need to get back onto my own story with Mist and stuff and start writing. At least writing, like, some of my ideas and plot points and stuff. I never read that book, but I do know what the actual Spirit Bear is. It's about a boy who is a huge bully, but he does something messed up, and as a punishment, they send him to a remote island to kind of recuperate him. Huh. Do, 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 do. Whoa. That color. There we go. Oh, it's still off, but okay, whatever. Are those white bears on the island? There. Polar bears are so cool, but like it's terrifying. They are ginormous and like so aggressive. Oops. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna have to paint over or erase where that overlaps later, but it's okay. Okay, so let's see, her hair. I think I will merge it here. Yes. Ears. Boom, boom, boom. I lied. The name of the book is called Touching the Spirit Bear. Oh. It's been a long time since I read it, so I might be off a little. I believe it takes place in Alaska. Oh, okay. Alaska. I'm gonna have to just paint the sleeve thingy over top, I think. Oops. I want to visit Alaska someday. Seems so pretty. Bing, bing. Okay, for her hair, I'm thinking we're gonna switch to the hairbrush. Try and get it a little, feeling a little more natural. But keep the shape and the flow because, yeah, the author really liked how that looked in the sketch. Have you, let's see, do you have a blue sky? Yeah, I do. I do. I love how it works. Like, oh, it looks like her hair is icing at the tips. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like the color of her hair. It's very, I mean, this place is very blue. That's partly why, like in the sketch, you can see it's like, I needed to pop in some of these gold elements into her outfit. Otherwise, it's just like so blue. And really stood out against the gold frame. But I think with the gold elements, it's a good color scheme. Who is this character? This is Maddie from, what's the book again, guys? Of Blades and Wings. Or that's her shorter name is Maddie, but her full name is Princess Madiva. Is this more book art? Yes, more book art. Because I'm doing this whole like series of character portraits for all of this author's books. But they're so like good. I mean, they're just so perfectly within my wheelhouse because a lot of them are like mythology inspired, you know? Like this one is sort of, they're so perfect because they're like mythology / fae inspired, which of course like fae kind of, it does come from mythology originally, but yeah, makes sense. So she has 2 series that are kind of like Norse mythology inspired. She has some more that I'm going to get to that are more Greek inspired. The other one I did is, this one is like, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like a romance with the devil. So that was fun. Witchy inspired, maybe a little like, Bible mythology inspired, but modern. Kind of more of the feeling of like, what's it called? Sort of like Buffy. Like supernatural warlock. Every time I think of the Fae, I just remember how many people thought were changelings, and they were actually probably just a bit autistic. Yeah, or any number of other disabilities or neurodivergence. Or even just a child. Because it's not like children are easy to deal with. Urban fantasy. Yeah, urban fantasy. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh no, my kid who I don't want anymore is a changeling. Yeah. Better take... Oh no. It keeps crying. Must be a changeling. Not that just babies cry. Take them away. There is a book. I frequently think about this book. Like, I've read it, I've reread it a couple times. I really love it. It's not that, like, popular of a book, but I just love, love, love the vibes. It has some changelings in it. It's called... What's it called? Winter Song, the novel. It's really good for... I would not read it this season. I mean, I guess if you want to, of course you can. But I think it's such a good winter book. Obviously, Winter Song. But this book, it just lives in my mind. Like, it's not a popular book. But I really, really like it. It only has okay reviews. I don't love book 2, but I think book 1 is just so good. It's this one. Yeah, it really lives rent-free in my mind. But yeah, Winter Song, a novel. And it is like, if you are into like dark, gothic sort of romance, this is a really good one. But it's kind of inspired by like Labyrinth. There's a Goblin King. and saving your sister, saving the younger sister from the Goblin King. But it's also like a little bit Phantom of the Opera because like music plays a really big role in it. Yeah, I love this book a lot. Oh, they have an audiobook of it? Huh. Anyway, I really love this book. I do recommend it. I don't love the second one. Oh, but the second one has better reviews. That's weird. I found the second one really boring, sadly. But it's just me, my opinion. Winter Song, though. Yeah, I really liked it. I'll add it to the list. Yeah, see if you enjoy it or not. I mean, it might just be like just like so perfectly geared towards like the type of aesthetics and stuff that I like, but I think it's a really great winter read, especially if you're going for like kind of a dark goth, embracing the gothmas, the goth, like a dark and gothic winter sorta, which I really like. That's what I like to do for winter is like just embrace like goth winter. I'm bad at reading books, but I'll recommend it to my partner. Okay. We've got pretty good on her cleaned up colors. Pretty good, pretty good. I have a wintry gothic sort of D&D character. I never got to play. He's heavily inspired by Castlevania. Oh, cool. Castlevania is pretty good. Oh, apparently I did not finish all the line art. Oopsies. It's fine. I really like how her face looks in the sketch. Part of me wondering if I should just like grab it and bring it over. Like the rest of the sketch is too messy, but I feel like the face is pretty clean. So maybe we'll just grab it. No, I think it's okay. It's just, it is a little more messy, but it's okay. Specifically Trevor Belmont. I'll probably be merging eventually all the layers anyway to paint over. So let's see. I don't know if I need the lips though. Oh, I'm getting hungry again. How am I already getting hungry again? I guess it is like lunchtime, past lunchtime. Oh, it is time. Already. Nope. What? Okay. Okay, let me going to try boom, boom, coloring over all the line art, and then I'm going to, yeah, let's just merge. Oops. Ah, not everything. No. Undo. Okay. Merge these. There we go. And yeah. Okay, she's all cleaned up, man. We're gonna duplicate the line art, and then we're gonna overlay it, and then we're gonna boop, 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 color over it with some more colors, and then just make it not quite so crazy. Okay. Not bad. I don't love how her shoulder blade looks though. Speaking of Phantom of the Opera, wow. I should be getting out of here, but I'll stop by next time. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Just so you guys know, if any of you guys are new here, I stream once a week usually, so on Tuesdays. So if you haven't followed already, which I know you did follow Shadow Stormy, but if for anyone else, if you haven't followed already, and you want to find me again, make sure to follow, because it's likely we won't ever see each other again if you don't, because I'm not live very often. But yeah, I will probably be heading out as well, because we got the line art done, we've got the color mostly cleaned up. I just am now, my next steps are going to be jumping into shading and then eventually paint over. And yeah, I really hope I can get this done this week and get started on the next one. I would like to be able to move through these a little faster than I have, but I don't know. Are you still thinking of which day to move? Wait, what? Do you mean like move? Oh, for stream? Oh, well, I'm thinking we'll keep Tuesday, I think. I did have some thoughts about, like, should I maybe do Thursdays as well, but I don't know. Because I do have some open time on Thursdays, but it might be like every once in a while, not like a standard thing. Do you create that gold Celtic border, or is that given to you as a part of the project? I made it. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with it. It's pretty happy with how it turned out. Yes, I'm doing all the framing. Okay, let me save this. And do I have Twitch open? This is intense. Hello? Hello? Why does it look different? Okay, who's online? Let's see here. Oh, There's actually quite a lot of people online today, isn't there? Oh my. It's been forever since I've been to this guy's stream. Is his name changed? Sorry, I'm just getting distracted now. Maybe we can raid Naomi. It's been a long time. Okay, I wonder how hard it would be to turn that into an actual frame. Oh, I don't know. Maybe if it, yeah, I don't know. It's Naomi art. Wait, that didn't work. Raid. There we go. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it was lovely. Thanks for hanging out in my new space. Hopefully every week it will start looking a little more put together. Because yeah, right now we basically just have the skeleton sitting on the floor. Last one for the road. Yeah, thank you. Do you have a raid call? Nah, not really. Just drop love, you know, just be nice. I've never been put together enough for a raid call. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to support, if you want lots of goodies, of course, there's the Patreon. It's the best way to support me. And also you get tons of stuff in return. I try and deliver as much value as possible. It's actually a really good deal. Especially as a student, you get access to all the tutorials, which is like 700 and something value at this point, and you can get access to it for $10 a month. So it's a pretty good deal. Even if you paid for a year, it's a really good deal, and you get 10% off for the year. But anyway, there's the link before we head out. And also, it's not 80 plus now, it's 95 plus tutorials. Stream elements, get with the program. Will this be a permanent room to stream in for while I'm living here? Yeah. All right, bye guys.